I just reset.
Reset. Horde or reset.
Man, this is the second time we're recording and no one even understands it. Now they do.
They do.
Now
Do
they do.
they?
What
Hey,
our
Jeff.
That's
our
how we
opening?
started.
Yeah, can we recreate the
Hi,
banter?
Matt.
That's
Buckfutter.
we were talking about buckfutting.
Right.
It's true.
So
Um,
I said, let's see that again. And I know that that's a Marv Albert impersonation someone did in the 90s, but I also don't know what, I'm having a hard time remembering what that's from. Someone just being like, let's see that again. I think it was, I feel like it makes me think of Celebrity Deathmatch. Remember on the claymation fights on MTV?
yeah. I mean, I remember it for Mills Lane.
Right. Talk about
Let's get it on.
Talk about a delightful concept. MTV literally just made claymation celebrities of whoever they felt like and then put them through horrible misery and pain in a wrestling rink. Like it made no sense. And then it was right, and then the ref was Mills Lane, and that he only became really famous because he was the ref during Tyson Holyfield. Like, man,
That's right,
the
the
90s
ear
was,
biting. The
the,
ear
ni-
biting.
the 90s were something really special. The 90s were really, really special with what took off in pop culture.
And I watched that fight on a cable box that had illegal cable because that was still a thing. you could
A descrambler.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, here we are. Wow, what a weekend we have in store for us. I mean, this is coming out on a Wednesday, the day before my last day at work for a few days.
Yep.
If you're listening to this on Wednesday, thank you. We really need those upfront listens. That really pushes the show up into the double digit. Really gets the
pushes
algorithm
the needle.
ticking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be headed to Philly tomorrow. Got some Metallica, got some hangs. Maybe go to the movies. Definitely gonna sell a card live while we're there, and that thing is rolling. We'll take a look here in a minute. Maybe celebrate belatedly Mr. Warden's birthday here. 42. Mariano Rivera age.
It's true.
Number
It's true.
42. You only turn 42 once. Or you turn 21 twice, as he mentioned.
Very philosophical.
Doubling down on the drank you drank. I don't know why I said that.
That's why I think bars. If you go out on your 42nd birthday and you can provide ID, you should get double of whatever you order.
Yes,
that'd be a great promotion.
Yes, on your birthday, 42nd birthday, make it a double. Wow,
right.
We're just changing the game.
Changing
again.
the game.
Part
We're changing
two.
games
Let's
constantly.
go.
I've confused my priorities. Isn't it supposed to come to me? Yes, this is how it's meant to be. Every little thing flashing on a screen. Age of convenience. My daddy worked hard for this.
So let's get a live look in at the auction as it's happening.
Okay. Wow.
This is for the Strange Fam edition. So I did post this. I had to put in new links again into the YouTube and the Spotify, wherever it's posted, because apparently the original one I put in was illegal. I guess I should. I also linked our show, and it was like, this is a policy violation. And I was like, which policy have I violated?
Right. I've done a lot of stupid stuff on this post. What actually did I do that violated your policy?
I was like, because originally I said like the world famous Tyson Forrester card, it will be signed. It's like, well, it's not signed yet, but it will be. Like, is that illegal? I don't know. There's not a 0% chance that it won't get pulled down again, but I believe if the math is correct, this auction will expire or finish on Saturday, I believe. So this is where we're at. Front, 8 viewed in the last 24 hours. 33 views on this, by the way. Oh, can I see who's viewed this? Oh, a big day, the 14th. Is that when the pod came out? Maybe.
It might have been,
So current
Wow.
high bid is Partycrew007. Party Crew, who are you? Can we see, or is it? Do we not want to know? Oh, this is like a real person.
Oh, well, it's Broncos. I know who it
Oh,
is. This is.
oh
I think this is super producer
shit.
Steve.
Oh shit, he sells stuff. He's selling stuff too. All right. Well, we don't. That was just a plug for Party Crew 007's eBay. Dude, 13, 15 stars, positive rating. Holy shit. What a rating, super producer Steve. Nobody. I've sold like 8 items so far, and nobody's reviewed me yet. It's bullshit. I really need that ranking to go. Whoever buys this,
Ah,
please give me a positive. I would think, well, is
man.
it because it's negative? Did something happen with the shipping? Nope. It's just lazy eBayers. Come on, you guys. Get on top of it. But here we are. Currently, started at 99 cents, currently at $4.50. Remember, if you're
I
listening
mean,
now, you can buy it. Wait, did I put a buy it now? Maybe I didn't. I thought I put a buy it now.
maybe you didn't on the
Um,
repost.
Maybe. I thought I put a $99 buy it now. But I don't think it's going
Ah,
to get there. But,
well, right. So it's still a it's still a great deal.
yep. Yep.
Um, but think of it this way, folks. It was $1. It's now gone up 350% in value in like 4 days. So if we extrapolate that over time, which there's no reason to think that it won't stay that incline of value. I mean, you get this thing, even if you get it at the low price of like 50, $60, this thing by the end of the year, we're talking thousands, thousands
Yeah.
potentially.
6 more days. Yeah. Yeah. In 4 days or whatever it's been, 3 days, it's gone up 350%. So yeah, you're talking 10 days, 1,000%. So
Yeah.
I would say you probably do want to buy it now if that's still on there. You're
Get
gonna
in
want to
on
get
the
ahead of the
ground
game.
floor, folks.
You're gonna miss out,
Yeah.
basically. I love. I mean, it is working. We've definitely just completely manufactured hype with our platform. Obviously,
Right.
it's working. We're into it. We did change the game. It's already $2 more than I thought it would go for. I was
Mm-hmm.
expecting late on Saturday, whenever it ends, that it'll just someone will like click in one bid. I think that'll do. But the signature is a big deal. I mean, it's not on there. We will sign it. We'll have to record live when it's going down, even
Mm-hmm.
if we just record with the phone as it's counting down. That's when you're going to really see the. I hope we get a little bit of ping pong and back and forth. But I'm guessing that I think you can put in like a max bid. Like if somebody wanted to spend $20, it's in there already. Because I've seen a couple back and forth already where somebody bids and then the next one jumps it real
Instantly
quick.
jumps up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's gonna
Someone's
be very
willing to
exciting.
someone's willing to shell out X amount of dollars, no hesitation. I like that. I like that. Those people get rewarded.
And if it does end up being local, then we don't have to ship it.
Yeah.
I will though
I
if you
know.
want. I can go through the I can go through it.
Right.
I can drop it off in a mailbox.
Yeah,
I guess we're gonna have to
so-
learn how to sign a card. I've never done it, but it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I just tried to play something. That's why none of the sound effects are
Here
working.
comes the money.
Yes, I had
Here
it
we go.
muted.
Oh,
Here comes the money.
let's go.
Dollar, dollar.
Don't worry. All of the proceeds will go directly to Save the Strangely Familiar Hosts Fund. Go towards, it'll
Yeah,
go
it's a
towards
not-for-profit.
weekend. We'll blow it all on one beer at the Metallica show on Sunday.
We'll blow it all on splitting half of a beer.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, we still got to figure out. I don't know how you figure out the pop-up shop situation, but we got to figure that out because we know we want to hit that at some point. The good news is, as I do have co-workers that are going to cover for me so I can run out and pick you up. I did resolve that Friday. So that is now set, permitting your hopefully your flight doesn't get delayed, but actually doesn't matter one way or another. But I will be able to leave the house, run out and get you, come back, and then I just need to finish work. But I will be able to run out and get you.
Oh, here it is, the pop-up shop. We know where it's going to be. May
Okay.
22nd. That's when I'm going to get there through the 25th, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Corner of West Shunk and South 23rd in Philadelphia.
West
So that's the
Shunk.
day I get there. Dude, we're going to have to go that night. You're going to have to finish your work. We're going to have to go night one. You know West Shunk and South 23rd. You guys, we'll see you there too. We're going to actually, it's the Metallica pop-up shop, but it's also the official Strangely Familiar Philly meet and greet. So on May 22nd, maybe we'll go. We'll set up a time, you guys. If you're hearing this, just be there. If you're online, you might see us. You might have a chance to see us. We'll sign your Metallica gear too, your shirts or your hats, whatever you want, for free, actually. So
Oh,
that's a
interesting.
steal.
So, okay, so it's not downtown Philly. It's actually more like South Philly, near the where the show actually is. So that's going to be easier to get to. So cool.
Hell yeah.
I went, and yesterday for my birthday, I treated myself to a little beard trim. So I went and did a walk-in at a local barbershop, because the barbershop I most frequent was not able to accommodate me without an appointment.
On your birthday, did you tell him?
I know. No, I didn't. It wasn't worth it. But I checked this other place, and someone commented on the barber shop, because I like to read the Google reviews, because you never know too with like beard trims. I'm like, I don't know if all barbers do them. I feel like that's not a given. But someone's review of Webb's Barber Shop, close to me, said, the music they had playing reminded me of high school and music I still listen to now, aka the starting line in Saves the Day. And I'm like, that's what you commented on the barbershop. And I go, and that might sound silly, but I'm like, you know what? I'm very curious. I'm like, I like those. I like those bands. That's very pop punk. That's very like fresh into college Jeff. So I went there, and the aesthetics is there's like kids' toys on the ground a little bit, and there's some kids in the shop, but like there's like comic book stuff all over the walls, and like the barbers, men and women barbers, are all like tatted up and have like interesting hairstyles and stuff. And I'm like, this place is very eclectic with what's going on. And there was, in fact, like pop punk, almost like heavier punk metal-y stuff playing. And I'm like, this is a weird environment. I'm like, and this is nice. I like this. So, and then the guy, I appreciate what he did, but it was a sign, man. I sat in his barber chair, and he had a little Cliff Burton figurine hanging.
Way.
Yeah. And so I go, hey, I noticed your Cliff Burton figurine. I'm like, are you going to the shows next weekend? And he goes, no, because I can't stand going into Philly. And I go, okay. He's like, I've seen, he goes, every band that's playing, he goes, I've seen them before and stuff. He goes, so it's not a big deal. But he goes, I moved out of Philly 3 years ago, and I don't want to go back. He's like, I just hate the crowds. He's like, and it's going to be thousands upon thousands. And I'm like, you're making my anxiety flare up. I'm like, yes. I know. It's going to be a lot of people. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you're not going for the exact reasons why I might not go to something.
What's going on here?
Oh, no. You just transferred it to me. I just thought of all the people.
Right.
I was like, why is this happening?
Right.
Why are you doing this? I was like, no, I got out of Philly years ago. I live like 5 minutes from it. So
Yeah.
I had to get out of there, that part of the country. I had to step over here just a little bit.
Right. Hop over the river, and now I'm good.
Yeah.
But that's actually like the indication of it is just, yeah, cities are very odd. But for me, the most stressful thing about cities is finding a place to park. I can't. So like maybe that's why like games and stadiums don't bother me as much, because I know there's a place to park. It sucks leaving because it's so congested. But if I can get over that parking hump, That's the big thing to get over, is to go like, no, there's going to be a place to park, so it's fine. It might be stressful trying to park, and that's way more stressful trying to leave, but not confusion stressful, congestion stressful, and I can take congestion stressful.
This will be my first time at the link. I already know it'll be a better situation than the Carrier Dome, where if there's been times in my life where I've had my claustrophobia moments or anxiety. Fortunately, I guess I had enough of a buzz going at this one where I didn't think about it. And also, I've worked on myself a lot. I'm only scared of I'm not scared of claustrophobia anymore, just of dying at any time. So that's healthier. I'm not scared of things that don't matter. Just things that
Right.
do matter, but I think are happening, but aren't really happening. So it's a lot healthier mindset. But that was so, oh God, just walking shoulder to shoulder. So I got to imagine the link is better than that. I mean, is it like bodies on bodies? How does it work there?
Wells Fargo sometimes feels like that when you're going to a game. I mean, we went to Wells Fargo. Sometimes Wells Fargo can feel like that. I feel like the link is just too freaking big, and the concourses are very large, that you really don't get that feeling the same way. So I've been there for two concerts and a football game, and survived to tell the tale of both. The concerts we took the train, or no, excuse me, the football game we took the train. The concerts I drove. So yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. I'm not worried.
I'm telling you, you know what would assuage any anxiety is having reserved seating. That is the best part of it, no doubt. Knowing you can just show up, get in whenever you want to, go to the bathroom, take a lap, just do anything. When we were first buying these tickets or looking at them, same with the Syracuse one, I was like, God, we got to be able to find a way to get down to that floor, which is something I think when you're buying the tickets, or it goes through your head. But as you get closer to that show, you're like, what a nightmare that would be.
Yeah,
for two guys, double 21. That's
I haven't.
two blackjack.
Last time I did GA was Metallica in Buffalo at the Highmark Stadium. And what did I do? I still found the audio guy booth sectioned off, and I posted up with my back towards that, so that I had something to lean on and get comfortable and stuff. And I'm like, so what's the point of GA? All I'm looking for is a spot to be comfortable and kind of handle the situation. I in my 20s, not going to a ton of arena shows, but going to smaller punk ska shows and stuff. It was I got there early so I could go up against the barricade and was in all the chaos and stuff, and it was fine. But I don't need to do that with live music anymore. I just want to be in the atmosphere and stuff, especially with a show like Metallica. It's gonna be more so being in my own zone and singing along and just appreciating kind of the full effect. I appreciate live music on the large scope, not just for the artist, but the fact that you're in a venue with so many people, singing along, enjoying it, vibing to it, and stuff like that. For my money, I'm jazzed to hear 60,000 people sing "Creeping Death." I'll literally be looking around and being that's fine.
How was the Metallica show? Jazzy, man. It was real jazz.
Jazzed.
It was jazzed. Yeah, even I'm thinking, because even at the Dome, I mean, they don't sell enough GA tickets, or probably by design anyway, where they would pack out the whole floor, because that would probably be a fire hazard or a danger.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm there's probably legal reasons they can't do that.
Yeah. So there are people that definitely stand back. It was kind of fun to watch people with their just dance around. That was one of my favorite parts of when ACL or Austin City Limits, going to those festivals every year, was you can post up at a stage, but then you basically got to be there for the day if you really want to be close. But being far back from the stages enough to where you can actually sit on the grass or lay down on a nice little towel and then listen to whatever, Lana Del Rey, then go over and listen to Paul McCartney or do whatever, then whatever hip act is out there now, the Chili Peppers, they're hot right now.
They're hot now.
Somebody real hot like that, yeah. Um, but it was always pretty dope to be able to do that. Like just see it, listen to it, but just man, nothing like being super chill at a festival. Obviously, I've told the story years ago, literally on this show, about my epic, way too stoned freak out at Paul McCartney, where I had to like take off my shoes and get away from a bunch of people. And basically, the only thing that got me out of it, my buddy Brett, and then just getting away from the stage as far as we could, almost to another stage that wasn't being used, but really just putting your feet to the earth. It's a very, very important grounding yourself. It's a very, very important experience. So, if need be, I will go barefoot at the link in those stands. God, that's so
Wow.
gross. I can't even imagine.
That does not sound like a good idea.
You don't take shoes off anywhere in Philly at any time.
No, no.
Never. Oh, that'd be terrible. So yeah, it's happening. It's gonna go by too quickly. I have a feeling because that's what happens. But yeah, so Thursday we arrive. I arrive Friday and Sunday are the shows. Saturday can catch a hang. Maybe catch a movie, all that stuff. But what are we gonna do? I don't know. Do we have to go back to that the CD store,
Oh,
the DVD store?
the DVD store.
Do we have to go get physical media?
Those multi packs, the mystery packs were that's an entertaining pull. We know that the music is over our heads. There's too much music. It doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
But we will. We could probably pull a DVD
Like
pack.
maybe we get a couple DVD pulls to put on the next show right before the auction ends. We'll do that.
We should. Well, if we were really committed, we'd go to the store Thursday, and then whatever we pull, we have to watch and review. We have to review the mystery pulls while we're hanging out.
There was good ones last time, right? I mean, good. I mean, like National Treasure was one of those, wasn't
Treasure.
Someone's going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly.
it? That was a good one. Maybe we'll get National Treasure too. Yeah, I don't even know. It's gonna. We're probably just gonna play video games and go to the Metallica
Right.
show and watch movies. It'll be another great weekend. I do. You know, it was interesting. A couple weeks ago, we were talking about music and how there's no number one Billboard rock albums or rock songs tracks. I was wrong that very week because the number one album that week was a rock album. It was the first one in a couple years. Do you think you
Okay.
might know who it was? I don't know.
So it's new.
Yeah, it's a new album that just dropped. It's hot on YouTube, Spotify, obviously everywhere music is sold and listened to because it was number one album. But that is the format for rock, obviously, more than the single. But who do you think? Who's out there? Who's hot right now?
Right.
I'll let you guys guess at home. You guys get a few seconds. You've seen them live. In Syracuse.
I've seen them live. Mm-hmm. I saw them live in Syracuse.
Within the last couple years, I believe.
Does Ghost have a new album?
Yes, they do.
That
Number
yeah.
one.
Okay.
Number one in the world.
Good for them. Good
Mm-hmm.
for them.
It is good. I forgot. I didn't even think about that because I was listening to. I like. Even though there's not really. I mean, there is radio. I'm an idiot, but I don't consume radio. But I like the way Spotify does it now, or even YouTube will drop like some of the videos, and I get very excited by like single drops now. And maybe I always have been, but I like my algorithm on YouTube is very tight. It's very tight. It knows me. So it was like when those tracks were getting released, I was like, holy shit, there's a new album. And Spotify allows you to pre-save stuff. So it's cool. It's a very, they've always had kind of an 80s sound. But they've got Papa's new. He's got a new vibe. He's got like either this vampire-y kind of thing where you can see his teeth for the first time, like his bottom of his real face. If people don't know who Ghost is, this sounds like a very weird sentence that I'm saying. But the lead singer goes through different evolutions of his Papa Emeritus. Emeritus? How do you say that? I don't know.
I think
Sounds
emeritus.
like a college word. Yeah. But he's yeah. Now he's got also still Pope. Now he's also like a very shimmery Pope. So
He is. He's
we don't have
very.
to
He's
go
always
into
had the
any more
Pope vibe to him.
yeah. But
You
yeah,
know what
number
though?
one.
They're very particular. Yeah, there's definitely an '80s essence to it because there's some synth in there and stuff. But like
There's a lot on this new one too.
some like rock stuff, but like some like legit like metally feel like so like it's kind of dark, so it's got almost like that hymn vibe to it. And so I like it because it is original, but it's so weird that I think that's why it's popular is because people can listen to it that don't listen to rock. I assume Ghost gets a lot of people that generally don't listen to rock, let alone metal. Which, you know, that's perfect. And then the fact that he's clearly smart with doing this whole like evolution, like making it feel like it's part of like a TV show, like like a storyline, but also their live show is so elaborate. And like that's what you need to do to stand out and be successful in music. So he's clearly checking off all the boxes of what you need to do to be a viable rock band. Like you can't just come out and be like, we're the new Foo Fighters. Well, what's the Foo Fighters do? They rock, and they rock hard. The end. They're the band that over the last 20 years is like, hey, we're a band. We're going to release songs that you enjoy. Let's go. Like, and that doesn't work anymore. It's fine for them because they're the ones doing it, and they kind of came from the end of that era and then just kept it going. But you can't just be a band. It sounds terrible. It's like you can't just be a really good band with good music anymore. That's not going to fly.
To be number
that,
one. Not to be number one. Mm-mm.
Right. You can't just be a good band. You have to bring other things to the table. And that's what I think Ghost, you know what, 25 years ago, Ghost probably wouldn't be as popular as it is now because it would have been seen as too weird. But rock was so popular that it was like, oh, if you don't pick a lane, you're probably hurting yourself. Where now it's having all those factors is exactly what's going to make you stand out, and people will be more likely to give you a chance because there's some element of your thing that people like.
Yeah, and they've grown. I mean, they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
I know the singer Tobias Fjorge or whatever, some kind of Swedish name, is like he does a lot of like unmasked interviews, and he probably did some before, but he's like all over the place now. Which you think, I don't know, would that have hurt the concept of Ghost seeing it? But I guess not. And even, you know, one of my favorite rabbit holes is to do music reactions, or like when a new song comes out, I'll listen to it and then see like what other fans think of it. Not so much to see like if it matches up with my opinion, but I like when I do re-listens to like hear like if somebody gets excited by a certain part of a song, I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it that way, or I didn't listen to it the first time, or see that, understand that part, or I didn't like listen to it in that way that this person is listening to it. So it's kind of interesting. But even a couple of years ago, if you would have looked up Ghost reaction, which I remember, like it would be like YouTube would be people reacting to ghosts in their house or something like that. Like it wasn't a thing. You had to type in like a ghost song specifically. And now you type in ghosts and it's like the first thing that comes up. And that's like just how much they've grown. And obviously the theatricality is part of it. And they've got, you know, their grassroots are in, you know, Swedish, you know, death metal in a way, but they don't present that way, you know?
They sneak it into you.
Yeah. So they, like, it's got the macabre and all that, but it is like super poppy. And so, you know, you're definitely going to have the other end of the metal spectrum. It's like, that's not metal. And you know what? Who gives a fuck? So
Right.
it doesn't,
I don't care.
It doesn't matter at all. It's a good then.
Gatekeeping has never been a positive outcome. I've never respected someone for being a gatekeeper. You know what? You're right. That isn't metal, and I should be ashamed.
You know what else isn't metal, or is it Limp Bizkit? I don't know. Who cares? But we're gonna see him.
Exactly.
Durst.
It's 2025. we are still rolling 25 years later, like since that song came out. And you want to know what? I'm excited. I hope there are dancers wearing backwards red hats on the stage behind Fred Durst. Like, I hope Wes Borland's dressed up like a bunny or something. Like, let's get 2000 weird.
Have they released new music? Do we need to look
I
at
don't
that?
know,
or
and
not?
I don't give a shit. I hope they
are we
don't.
Just banking on
I
the
hope
hits?
if they're like, listen, we're gonna play only our first 3 albums, I'd be like, exactly what you should be doing.
I am excited. Well, the thing about the double, my dad was a fair line of questioning from the father. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're going to see Metallica again?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Didn't you just?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." Well, this one, the the Syracuse one. I was originally going to go to Philly, and then my buddies like, "Do you want to go to the Syracuse one?" And that was more like a greatest hits because it was like a one night. But this one in Philly is cool because it's 2 nights. So they're going to be able to open up the catalog. It's going to be 2 no repeats. Like, wait, so you're going to a second and a third? Like, and I was like, yeah, geez,
Yeah,
that is,
thank you.
that is one way to put it, I guess. Yes, it is. That is actually correct. Yeah.
That,
Yeah. Yes. And I'm traveling for that. Yeah. But I'm kind of I've seen them a bunch, double-digit times. Last one I mentioned, Orion for the first time. Some of the newer songs for the first time. They May Do. I've seen on a couple set lists. They have like their closer for the newest album, playing that live, and that's like a 10-minute song. Inamorata, it's called. So that'd be cool to kind of see that. So I'm excited for new experiences, I guess. Plus, the Syracuse one was the first show in this new tour, and I don't know if the sound was dialed in completely. And I think the dome itself actually was kind of tough for the acoustics.
I bet.
So I'm looking forward to like the outdoor. It is outdoor, right? Am I?
Yep.
Link.
Yeah, Link's
Okay.
outdoors.
Dude, so we could get weather-wise. It's been we've been getting pissed on in the Northeast for weeks now.
Yeah.
It feels. So
Yeah, Friday
should
we
I
had
bring
a
a
massive
poncho?
storm. We had a massive storm 2 days ago, but yesterday was great, and then today it's like sunny and like 65 out. It's delightful. But yeah, it's good for acoustics. I think I had mentioned previously I had seen oh my god, Rammstein there.
Oh yeah, holy fuck!
And if their acoustics work, you gotta like, dude, that's to this. Like, I realize that I will never see a live show as elaborate as the stage that Rammstein bought. The thing is like 4 stories high, and like there's just so much fire and just it's complete chaos, and it was so great. It was so good. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I did do some hot research. We saw Limp Bizkit in 2003 with Metallica, 22 years ago, Summer Sanitarium tour. They've released 2 albums since then. They've only released 2 more albums since the last time we saw them 22 years ago. So the good news is we probably are going to get all the hits.
Well, they definitely either broke up or / were no longer a band for many of those years, which seems
That's
about
fine.
right. It seems
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have.
yeah. Bands like that with that vibe don't stick around for the long haul. They
don't
reunite to
keep
make millions
rolling.
of dollars,
Yeah.
but they don't stick around. No one hangs out with Fred Durst for the long run.
Say we had it good and we didn't even know it back then.
Just like you didn't
Free money,
Fred.
It was free
Right.
money.
Fred,
I had
you
to
almost
explore my creativity.
You almost burned down Rome, New York, Fred. People don't forget. Such New York doesn't forget.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it'll be cool to see them. I do want to see Ice Nine Kills, which, knowing the vibe for this show, that's kind of the nice thing about Link 2 is that you're going to have people that'll just stay in the parking lots for Ice Nine Kills. People definitely are going to stay in the parking lot for Limp Bizkit. Like people that just don't feel like watching those. So I feel like there's never going to be a really congested, massive push in the stands because it's going to take so long for people to filter in. Because some people will just choose to tailgate till they die and then try to stumble into Metallica where they will die. That's one thing, is that it's like, man, there's going to be bodies just everywhere. Like, I assume even in 2025, Metallica is going to bring a lot of excessive drinking and drug use, if we're being honest. So
That was one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts of the show in Syracuse, walking back to the car and seeing the dudes that are, in their fifth. I mean, there was one dude that was bare. It's like watching an Instagram reel of the guy who is like leaning and he's just trying to stay up, but keeps like walking.
Yeah.
He's like walking 100 yards just to try to stand up, like the lean,
Right.
and finally falls. There were guys like, the guy. It looks like kind of like the fentanyl walk, but they were just like
Yeah.
that shit faced. So I'm looking forward to that. The good thing is, half those people are going to probably be driving home somehow. It's going to be insane, something stupid. But you can get away with that in Syracuse, not in Philly. But that's why they have the train. I guess.
Yeah,
You gotta take
yeah,
the train.
there will be a good amount of people taking the train. Yeah, I'm not taking the train. No. I'd rather drive. But yeah, it should be good. It'll be interesting. We'll have to analyze the crowd, point out differences between the crowd on Friday versus Sunday, responsibility wise, vibe wise. I'm sure it'll be a different crowd.
True, because Friday's probably going to be crazy. Or Saturday.
Friday's
is Saturday
gonna be-
also at night? Or is it...
Sundays?
Yeah.
Sundays
Is it
is
also
at
like the
night
same
too
time?
because it's Memorial Day. So they had no problem booking it late Sunday.
Right.
So now if Friday, it would have been interesting if Friday was Suicidal Tendencies and Pantera, because I think that would have made Friday that much more chaotic. But I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna see, because I think we're gonna see notable different vibes, because I think there's a lot of people that are only gonna go to one show.
And will we be sitting next to the same people both times? Well, we
Right.
literally won't be, in terms of like your brother and your girlfriend, but then next
Right.
to us, around us.
Right. We'll see. Yeah,
know, that'll-
on Friday we'll see if we make friends or enemies, and we're like, oh, good, it's
know.
those people again, or oh Christ, it's those people again.
Yeah.
No, the best is when you see someone like blackout drunk in the section that you're in, and then like you see the really bad person, and then three people with them, and then the next show, the one person doesn't show up, but the other three are there, and it's like, oh, did they
Yeah.
not make it back for Sunday's show?
Yeah, there's going to be somebody that gets blacked out that night.
Yep.
And just can't even make it to Sunday. Just like a 48-hour hangover, something like that. And I hope it's
Silly.
not me. It probably won't, because I am very... Oh, this is... So, I might have brought these ones. So, if I'm planning to, have some drink in me, I now get these kind of like supplements that you have at night after you've had some drinks, and you can have some in the morning, but they're like kind of like liver support. They help like break down, metabolize the alcohol. It's just kind of an old guy thing I do, just so it doesn't hurt as bad. So I'll buy these. I went to, I'll get them from like Kenny Drugs or something like that. And I did a little while ago, and the girl behind that counter just says to me, she sees it, and I'm like, I feel like at a pharmacy you shouldn't really be commenting on what people are buying anyway. It feels like rule number one.
Right.
But she's like, you know what? I'm proud to say I've never been drunk, and I'm 25 years old. And I was like, I'm proud that I'm 42 and that
That's
I have
really weird to
have
say
been.
to
I was like,
someone.
what does that mean? And I don't even think, and it's not even that she doesn't drink. I think it's that she has, but she's never felt drunk. That's the way she said it. And I was like, that's your point of pride? Okay. I guess it's kind of a weird thing. And I can't tell. Are you ripping on me? I can't tell. Like if you're trying to insult me or
That's
not.
how I try. I'd
I
be
was
like,
yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, I
like,
was like,
wait, she just
wow,
said
you
that
sound
out
like
of the
you're
blue.
real fun. Yeah. And I know she's like trying to banter or make conversation. But I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's like the quality of conversation that my dad brings to the table. It's like, you can just not talk, and that would be better than what we're doing right now. Like, I don't think you're rude if you don't say something. I am very confused now as to what you're trying to get across based on what you did choose to say. So,
Wow, I've never been with a guy that needed extra small condoms before. And I'm 25. That's why every
Right.
comment that comes up should be like,
and I'm
wow.
25.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never had a cherry Dr. Pepper before, and I'm 25. What? I'm gonna start ending that with. I'm gonna start
I'm
telling people
25.
any fact I say. I'm gonna just say, and I'm 42 at the end of
Yeah.
it. Nothing
And
to
I'm
do with
42.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
we'll be
have
like, oh,
been
have you
drunk.
ever?
And I'm 42.
Right. Or just anything that you haven't done, just end with your age to make it that much more extreme. Right. It's like, oh, have you ever had like octopus? No, I've never tried it. And I'm 42. Like, just insinuate everything with age. I like that. You know what she did? You know what she's doing? She's changing the game, Matt. So maybe we do respect this
can't do
person.
that.
She's changing the game.
Can't do that. No.
She's changing
that's not
that
the way
game.
it works.
She's changing
Can't change
being
that
a
game.
cashier at CVS game. I'm changing the game.
She did. This guy, hey, I've never been drunk, you piece of shit. You
Right.
fucking loser. I would never
I
need
see.
these,
Yeah,
ever.
I see you need help because you get drunk and you want to not feel like shit. Well, guess what, shithead? I've never even been in that boat, and I'm 25. That means 4 years I could legally have been in your situation, and I have not been. I would. You know what? There's only one defense to that: is you just make her keep talking. Oh, you want to start this conversation?
You tell me about
I'm not
that.
leaving.
Ha-
Yeah,
Have you ever had the chance?
right. Just keep going.
I guess not. No, I should. I should buy them every day. Like go in there and just buy them if she's there. Like buy 'em
Buy more
gross,
and more.
full
Just
supply.
buy,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
buy
keep buying.
excessively more and
I
more.
can't get enough of these.
But
I know
but
it
look,
comes with a 3-day supply, but I need to take them all today, every day, every morning.
you have to like take a picture of yourself and look progressively worse every time you go in and buy more. Like you just have to look more disheveled every time. Again, it's all about storytelling.
Question, sort of related to wrestling, sort of related to cards, and that.
All right, Bob, listen up.
So the card shop guy, I know Bob loves wrestling talk, and the guy who owns the card shop, we banter now, here and there, but he's like really into the WWE card scene. He likes to collect the Stone Colds, but somehow it came up the other day about, I don't know, like a Rhea Ripley autograph card, and I don't know, unprompted, he's kind of like, "Do you think I could take her?" And I was like, "What? I don't think you could take her." It's like, "No, she's only like 5'7", and that's like what I am. So like on TV she looks big, but it's like he thinks he could take her because she's not truly like an MMA fighter. She's a performer, but he was under the impression that he can take Rhea Ripley. So now my question is, do you think you could take Rhea Ripley in a fight?
Could I fight Rhea Ripley?
Yeah. Actually, let me look up her stats here.
Yes, I do.
She is 28 years old,
Okay.
5'7". She is 5'7", but she's
So
probably
I got her
like,
by 6. I got her by
she's
6 inches.
probably like 180. I'm guessing 190. I mean, she's like all musculature.
I'm trying to think.
Well, because
I'm
I was
glad
like,
that's
well, here's
these
the
hard-hitting
thing.
questions.
I was like, you're banking on probably trying to strike a knockout, because if this goes to the mat, the ground, she's just got to have so much more stamina than you. So I was like, there's no way you're gonna have the stamina
That's
to keep going. Like,
right.
her thing is like basically going for 20 minutes, and wrestling shape is a different kind of shape.
Yeah, I mean,
And she might be stronger. She probably. She's got those legs, those quads. She's a quadzilla. She gets you between those things and you're dead. And I will go that way. I will go down. I will go down that way.
if that's the way my life ends, you're like, so be it.
Yeah.
So wait, he just like could you see that it wasn't like jest in his eyes? Was he?
No, yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was
It was
sort of,
very much
sort of
like,
a little
I
bit,
think-
but it was
I
like,
think-
yeah, genuinely. Because then I went back the other day and he's like, "Dude, somebody else said Rhea can take me." It's like, maybe that's your sign.
Right.
But is it also just like, do we just assume that because she's a wrestler that she could? I mean, I just see her. She's very ripped and has a bunch of stamina, and I don't even know what my approach would be because I'm not really trained in the arts
Right.
of any kind.
Right. I
so-
don't know what that brings. It's a hard thing to say. You're like, I'm not physical. I'm not confrontational. That would never happen.
Yeah.
You're like,
I did say
talk
I would
it
love
out.
to see it. I would love to see it happen. That's for sure. Get it going at the card shop.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to know in 25 years when we get a dark side of the ring and see if she got any, if she goes in like bar fights and stuff. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. You never know. I don't know how skilled they are in the combat arts either. But like you said, the reality is if neither of us knows how to fight, one of us is strong and has stamina and works out
Yeah.
regularly.
And can take bumps already.
Right. So it's like, so that's already a great start. So if neither one of us know how to fight, that person has the leg up. So, all right. So you're not going to be picking fights with women wrestlers, just probably erring on the side of caution. That's good. That's good. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
I just thought it was just a bold claim that I don't even know where it would come from, but it just like, dude, good. It's good confidence, I guess.
So that was that the last two. Was that the last two times you've interacted with this guy?
Not the most recent, but a couple of
Oh,
times.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It
if
was
like
2
we were
times in a
still on
row,
a
but
streak
yeah.
where like next
No.
time it might still be a topic. What I want you to
It
do is I
is.
want you to bring it back up to him. Be like, you know what? I thought about it more, and I want you to consider some other things and just bring some data to him so that he keeps thinking about it.
Well, he's got this like whiteboard behind him of like the cost when he's gonna do breaks and stuff. I guess he does Facebook breaks, box breaks.
I don't
He's
know
like,
what that means.
I'm learning, but it's basically you buy a team. Say they're gonna open up the 2025 football packs coming out here, a box of that. You buy a team, and you get all the cards for that team. So, this year coming up for the 2025s probably would cost you more to buy the Browns because you would get like Travis Hunter would go your way, Shadur Sanders would, even though he was a late round. People are probably going to want that card.
So, is the idea that the shop buys this massive set and then sells each of the teams, like resells them to individuals, and that's how they profit?
They
They
do a
obviously
live
front.
yeah.
They front the massive amount for the set and then individually resell teams.
Yeah, and the idea is they make their money back. He probably prices it out so that every team gets bought, and then he makes money on paying for
Correct.
the box. So if the box costs or a case costs, I don't know, $1,200 for 10 boxes or something like that, then he's going to sell each team for like anywhere from $55 to $250 or something like that, probably. So, teams that don't have like crazy rookie cards or something like that wouldn't go for as much, but maybe somebody's just down to collect that team's cards or something like that.
Yeah, but that's where you get the great value, right? Buy up the shit, and then if someone's rookie card explodes that no one thought of.
Yep. Then you get, all of a sudden, you're balls deep in Las Vegas Raiders offensive lineman.
Oh, boy.
That's what you want. Yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
want. Look at that. But I was like, yeah,
Hey.
use that whiteboard then to just put, let's need to have a poll. Can I take Rhea Ripley? Yay or nay? I would think most people would say no, but that would have been my thought.
I like it.
I have an idea.
I like ideas.
We haven't done this in a minute. Thought I'd bust out the conversation dice again. This is an old bit. An old bit we used to do at the
Yeah.
early part of the program back in the day.
A
where
lot
we
of you
have these
probably
dice
weren't
that
around
have
for
words
that.
on them. Yeah. Some of you weren't even born. Some of you Gen Alphas.
Weird.
You're just catching us now. We're in between Bluey and Paw Patrol on your morning programming. But yeah, roll the dice. Comes up with a few words, and maybe we'll think of a story that happened in between the 20 years that we didn't really hang out with each other. All right. Power. Whammy. War. Oh, no.
Yay.
Leader.
It's always bright.
Oh, no. Shoot.
Well, you just predicted World War III.
War power leader. What do you mean? Everything's going so well right now.
Jesus. What fucking sad conversation dice. Why is the maker of these dice wanting these words to provoke conversation?
Like, I wonder what's literally on the other side. Freedom, peace, and youth.
What are these fucking dice you're rolling?
Are these all like this? Why are these like this?
What's with this America dice you have, you fucking chode?
Hero. First time.
Oh, God.
Ask a question. Let's do that one. I don't want to talk about war. Hey, when was the first time you were a hero?
Yeah.
When, what's the best song that has hero referenced in it?
Oh.
And is it only Foo Fighters and Enrique
And
Iglesias?
Metallica.
or
Metallica, hero of the day.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be a good live
Dude,
one. I don't think I've ever heard
I
that
haven't
one.
heard hero of the day in
Dude.
forever.
Dude, that'd be fucking awesome.
That
if they
actually
dropped
would
that
be a
one
really
that way.
rad. That'd be a rad song to hear live. Because you could imagine all the flashing lights for that. And now the
Yeah.
Oh, that could be really good.
Well, they just dropped this like huge box of like a 30-year load release of like it's got like 6 vinyl, like 15 CDs, like books. I mean, all kinds of shit, like of all the like recordings and live shit from around that time and DVDs and all that. A bunch of physical media if you want, that's part of your game. Remember, I used to collect all the like Metallica imports. I used to get like the Japanese because it'd be like sometimes one of the only ways to hear a live song. So it'd be like the Hero of the Day CD single, but it has like King Nothing performed live in Japan, or it has like some other song that a live version of Creeping Death.
Yeah, all the like
performed
little
somewhere
sleeves.
in Germany. Yeah. And that was worth the money. I'm glad I've grown out of that and don't have
Now you're into
too
cards.
much money stuck in hockey cards. But times change.
Nuts.
What about Spider-Man? And they say that a hero can save.
us. Oh man, Josie Scott and
Jack Kroger.
Chad Kroger, 2 ugly sons of bitches. But man, doesn't that matter for rock and roll? It's like whatever. You can have just 2 yuckety mucks, fucking singing douchey songs. Spider-Man also gave us like really Stone Sour's breakout. What the hell was that song that Stone Sour did for Spider-Man?
I don't remember.
Bother.
Oh, bother.
Yeah, I think that had to do with Spider-Man, didn't it?
I sort of remember that. And you can be my hero, baby. That's right. That was the Enrique one.
That's correct.
So, Mount Rushmore of hero songs. I guess there's one by Mariah Carey, too. Do we know that? Do we know that one?
For songs with hero?
Mm-hmm.
Holding Out for a Hero, Bonnie Tyler. I want another
Right.
hero. That's a pretty sweet jam. Jukebox Hero, Foreigner.
Oh, jeez.
That's a pretty good hero song.
Wow.
And you have Metallica, Disposable Heroes. We actually neglected Disposable Heroes.
Fuck.
I don't know. Yeah, this is hard.
I will say Foo Fighters, my hero. Metallica, hero of the day. Jukebox hero. And I don't know.
I'm gonna actually
does it
take
have to be Chad
hero of
Kroeger?
the day. I'm gonna take hero of the day over my hero.
That's fine. I actually would probably listen to that more anyway.
Yeah,
It is a good. I'm gonna have to listen to that jam.
for the
right
realm
after
of that Foo Fighters world. My hero was always a lower tiered one for me. From like that era of like Color and that was on Color and
It was
Shape,
just
right?
I think so. It was just a
Great
huge,
song,
huge hit.
great
Obviously,
song.
yeah.
Yeah. But now, what am I going to say? Runners up a consolation prize for Heroes song by Ben Folds 5 because hero is spelled Hiro and it's a Japanese man's name. So it doesn't really count, but it kind of counts because it's pronounced like hero. And that's a fun song. Ben
Hero
Folds has some
dreams of-
very, very odd songs, but Heroes song by Ben Folds is delightful.
It reminds me of remember the Norm Macdonald show when he did it on YouTube,
Yeah.
and he would give his guests jokes.
To read,
Yeah,
basically have his guests read Norm Macdonald
Yeah.
type jokes.
yeah. There was one. Let me see if I can find a quick version of it. Just because oh wait, how do I pause this? Okay.
Oh boy.
So this is I'm gonna say this one is not. Listen, it's a Norm Macdonald joke. It's you're in or you're out. Okay, now's your time to get out if you don't want to be a part of this. It's a really well written joke, but it's not for the faint of heart. That's where I'm gonna go with it. Remember the documentary Nero Dreams of Sushi? Jiro Dreams of Sushi. It's a documentary that was popular on Netflix, but this is a joke based around that.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. It's very good.
That's
You
a
have?
fantastic
Yeah.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid.
Oh, yeah.
That
Unwatchable.
That's unwatchable. I love that he used to like give his guests these jokes to read, and they'd be like, "Who wrote this?" He'd be like, "I don't know. I don't know. Somebody wrote this. I don't know.
I gotta look into
somebody-
that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know." God, very good. And maybe one more share since I had pulled it up. Remember the aesthetic? Just the aesthetic of the Hero of the Day video. Do you remember that?
Like the game show and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And this kid.
It's a very
he's like-
odd. Yeah.
He's like working out. He's like going through his like lives in a 1-bedroom apartment deal. And there's like the some girl comes over to hook up. It's, very sensual. Where's the game show part? There's a bunch of things watching TV, and it's like little robot things coming out of his ears and shit. Very wild, very, very fun. Very experimental mid-90s shit, I guess. Check
I
it out.
forgot
if you
about
got-
like
if you got a chance.
the little animations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The short hair. It's when they cut their hair, and they sold out for the 12th time. It's the way it works.
That's okay. Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. Well, got a big day. Big day ahead of us tomorrow. What's your guess, if you have to guess, for how much the card is going to go for? $450. Will it get double digits? Will it see over
think so.
under $10.49?
Under.
Okay. I will take the over.
All right.
Come on, Steve. Blow it all. Steve, trade one of your signed Michael Jordan cards for this one, straight up.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah.
No strings
Yeah,
attached.
it'll be fair. It'll be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will continue to change the game. This feels like a one-time thing, though. I don't think we can get away with that bit again. Like sell
I
this
don't.
one and be like, oh, now here's another thing. We'll do it again.
Nope. No, because I don't want to do that to the fan that wins. I don't want to do that to
Yeah,
them.
it's got to be special. It's got to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And that's what we guarantee with that card. So if you're thinking about bidding, do it, because it will never happen again. Once in a lifetime. Maybe while we're in Philly, we can try to track down Tyson Forrester to sign it. That might
actually
minimize
what
the value.
What we need to do is have Tyson Forrester sign a picture of you and I.
Ooh.
And maybe we include that in the prize. No, that's the second card that goes up. A Jeff and Matt signed Tyson Forrester card, and then a Tyson Forrester signed picture of Matt and Jeff. Because signatures are weird.
This is
Tyson, can you sign this picture of us?
All right. Look out, Philly. I'm going to be in you tomorrow.
Oh, man.
It's adventure time. Let's go.
More than me.